So as is tradition, we have recently uploaded the These Are My Bikes. This is like the overview of the fleet video. And here I am already about to talk about what I want next. And without beating around the bush too much, because that's annoying, I just want a dirt jumper. And it's for the following reason. On today's broadcast, I'm actually going to revisit a location that I had shot for another video in the past that never got made. I went out to explore to see if I could find some jumps that a friend of mine, Devin, had built like eons ago, and only recently have they been like kind of revived and been ridden a little bit last year. I had never been there and I wanted to see them because I saw some videos and I was like, well, maybe they don't look too bad, maybe I would ride them. But I want to see them in person, I want to know where they are. And joining me will be a special guest. Special guest, Colin. The last time Colin played a large character role in a Spin Dat vlog and had his own camera for making his own content that got added into the video, a lot of questions and comments came up. Does this guy have a YouTube channel? The answer at the time was no. The answer now is yes. If you could give me a content breakdown on the stuff that you've been posting on your channel, Colin, it would be...
Oh, it's a little bit of everything. I do food reviews. I do...
Understood. Do you see what I see?
Oh.
They're right there. We actually should have gone in a little bit sooner. I started this video saying the next bike I want to get, besides the Steel Merino, is like an actual dirt jumper. And the whole reason for coming out here is to like look at jumps that make me want to ride a bike like this.
And my whole reason for coming out here is to look at jumps that make me scared of riding a bike like this.
They're scary, man. Let's go look at them. Thankfully the ground is super hard right now with the snow on it. So even though we've been sort of like stepping on the lips, they're not getting destroyed. All of these are in like super pristine shape, which is surprising because apparently these were built like 15 years ago. So people have been riding these for the longest time. And the catalyst for coming out here, we have this like group chat, bunch of BMXers, bunch of mountain bikers, and all this like old school photo reel kind of kept coming up. Everyone was digging into their archives. And my first impression, like my first question was, what's the deal with these jumps here? Like, what's the story behind them? And my friend Nick pulls out of the archives photos from like 2002, 2003 of guys who I've ridden BMX with my whole life. All doing stuff over this last jump here. Stuff that I never even knew anybody was doing back in like 2002. I'd have been like 9 years old then. It's fun that you brought the bike that you did bring. Almost like it's like, maybe there's a chance that they'd be shoveled and warm and packed down. This one I think I could hit. It's when you actually get to the ones that you have to get over. Those are the problem. There's two guys in the woods. How was it? It was what? Jumps are running good today. No, the cameras are set up. It's fine if the light's on. I'll just close the door. And then I'll like hang out here. And I'll open the door. Yeah, everyone was like, why don't you just put like flat varnish or finish or whatever over it? Like, what's a gloss finish for if it just slides off? Okay.
What is this? Why don't you use this?
Because it's backwards. So Colin being here now and me wanting a dirt jumper, we have something that we need to do before this video is over.
Yeah, does it have a coil spring?
Yes.
Oh, that might make it a little harder.
This video might end right now. I still have the 26-inch fork left over from the Compulsion. It's got a 650B fork now. This thing is 160 mils of travel. What do we want it to be more like? Jumper 100 mil?
Yeah.
Cross-country forks. This needs to be more like 100 mil. I don't think it's going to work. We're going to try it anyway. I don't think it's going to.
Like, it's pretty loose. There's definitely... Smells great. Am I getting demonetized? That's what that noise is.
See, that's light. Holy moly.
Yeah, these are definitely steel.
Okay, so how do you lower it now?
Oh, I remember how you lower these. No, you put a spacer in here, and then you stand up like this and push the top cap down as hard as you can
on
to compress the spring. Yeah, either that or cut them.
And then they'd be super harsh.
And then they'd be super stiff. You've got this spring in here. It's about this long. This pushes up on the spring. What we can do is put a spacer here between the bottom of the stanchion and the the lid on this shaft that pushes the spring up. Bring this up into the stanchion, effectively lowering the travel of the fork. But then our spring will be sticking out the top here. There are two things you can do to remedy that. They're both not things you should do, but one of them is to just cut the spring. I don't know, it'll be sharp.
It is what it is.
And the second one is just to push down super hard and screw the cap on, probably cross-threaded, to hold the spring on and just hope it doesn't explode. So we'll be right back after we discuss which one we're going to do. Whoa, look, we got it.
So I was going to use this 1 inch to 1 1/8 steer tube like stem adapter, so you can use a modern stem on an old threadless 1 inch fork. We found a grip that we're going to use instead. All of this is sketchy. So obviously here's our problem, but I feel good about it. I feel good about it. Shoving this in here and calling it a Daryl.
Yeah, so here's our issue, guys, is that there's so much spring poking out the top. That's why you should probably cut it down, but Eric doesn't want to. So I guess we're just going to force it.
Oh, nice. Real nice. Syringe?
Syringe, yes. Or like a funnel. You can't pour that into that. That's too big. A 20W50, Eric? Wow!
Does it work good?
Whoa! Very cool.
Wouldn't
Very
you want a
springy.
dirt jumper to be like stiffer than that?